Jobins, here we are, episode 187. We've got Omar, Medallion, and our buddy Zach. Now, these boys flew in all the way from Canada. They're Warlikes buddies. You guys are super cool. It's been really cool getting to know you guys. You bring good energy. We thank you for coming on the pod.
Thank you so much, guys.
Takes two to tango, or however many.
Takes 4 to fuck.
Now, how many days have you guys been in the States?
What did we
3
fly?
days?
The
4
12th?
days. 4 days now.
4 days?
Yeah.
Was this the first time to the States?
No.
No?
No.
Super no. I've been as south as Georgia, like Noonan, Georgia, if you know where that is. It's just south of Atlanta. But I haven't been over out west. Like I've driven to Texas from my home city. I don't know. I've done some. I've done some exploration. It's a boring drive, bro. I would have picked a different route had I known, or had I known that. Had I known the like. Just my scenery was going to be fucking billboards the whole time.
Oh, God.
Would have done something different. Yeah, would have done something different for sure.
What was the route that you took?
That's on me.
I just drove from central Canada.
Fucking straight down from central Canada right to Dallas,
all
Texas.
Just the plains, Midwest all the way through.
It is kind of boring,
That's funny. No, you hit the sunflower fields. You hit the fucking cows. You hit the fucking nothing.
Yeah. And like, if I wanted to do that, I would have just driven across fucking Saskatchewan, if you know what that is. Ain't shit up there.
Do you guys like the States? You love it here?
The scenery? I love it. The environments, bro.
I
love the environment. I love the land.
What about us people?
And individual people,
Everybody,
yes, but the country, no.
I feel that. I respect that.
Whoa.
Omar. All right, Omar Medallion. Hey, Omar, how do you feel about Trump wanting to make Canada the 51st state?
I'm not too mad about it.
Really?
I'm not too mad about it. He can say whatever he wants, but he better be ready for a lot of dead Americans if he tries it.
Whoa.
Not to say we're going to win, but there's going to be a lot of corpses. You know?
That's why we really got your freaking identity hidden here with all those kind of hot takes.
What the hell, man? Well, it's just a defense of your own land. No, would Americans not kill a bunch of Canadians if we try to do the same thing?
Violently, sure. I don't think it's going to even
if we went for North Dakota, you think people wouldn't bear their arms?
Of course they would.
Oh,
they're American.
That's a good point.
Of course.
So I don't think we should be blamed for wanting to defend our home.
So hold on.
Because I expect the same from you guys.
How come, so if you guys were to become the 51st state, how come there would be violence?
No, that's the thing. Like, first of all, the fact that we're speaking, we're providing too many words to this, in my opinion. Like, this is unrealistic to even happen in the first place, I think, Canada becoming the 51st state. Whether or not, like, I don't know, we're going to keep having a tariff war and then things get weird and shit. Like, I can't predict the future, bro. I'm not a political fucking theory.
Right.
How united are you guys?
In
Canada? Because we in America are, like, pretty divided, I feel like.
Yeah.
To where it's like, I don't know if you guys speak really for all of Canada or if you are just as divided as we are.
It's impossible to speak for all of a group for anyone.
Facts.
Impossible. Because there's sects and little fucking, groups of people, pockets all over everywhere that you've never heard of that are like, we don't fuck with that at all.
I do like that question, though. As you guys are Canadian, do you feel that you guys are together up there, or do you guys feel divided?
The thing is, generally speaking, it feels like a lot of the provinces are, people take shots at each other and things like that. But it feels like family in a way that, like, hey, I can make fun of them, you can't, because you're not part of this family.
Oh,
so,
okay. So like some
when Trump announced the tariffs, for instance, I don't know if you guys saw, but in a lot of sporting events where it was a Canadian team against an American team, the entirety of the American national anthem was getting booed by all the Canadians, everybody.
Really?
It's continuing to happen.
Nothing brings the country together like a common enemy.
Damn.
Well, and it's just it's the inconvenience of the tax to, like, the common person. Like, people just don't understand. America has been a great ally for us for so long. Our number one trade partner, imports, exports. I'm sure all of our shit is just fucking side by side. So, like, why would we ever? There are so many Americans I've talked to that are like, yeah, this shit's wild, bro. Like,
it is.
We don't want that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We don't. Nobody wants violence, bro. Like, because it's nasty work. Go look on Reddit. Go on Reddit right now and watch a couple 100 hours of Russian and Ukrainian young men dying in a hole to a fucking grenade. It's not pretty. It's not censored. You can go see it. I don't know why it's not being ran on our news stations, because that's what it is, bro. That's what we're signing up to do. No fucking Call of Duty. This is not glorified. This is not propagandized. This ain't man, you aren't fighting for freedom. You are going to die alone, cold in a hole for no reason ultimately.
Right.
Because why, bro? Because you got brainwashed better by your government versus their government. Like, for what, bro? Supply me a reason that's adequate. Because I'm not getting my fucking limbs blown off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't want that for anybody.
Sometimes Trump's really good as those old people, they have a way of saying things in like one word. He's like very bloody, but like the depth of him saying that comment to the bloody war that's going on over in Ukraine that I was referencing. You know what I mean? It's like
he's
you
not
said.
wrong.
I know, but even like you said, it's not being thrown. Like people, there is on you can go on Reddit or X or wherever that people are going to see that stuff, but it really isn't being put in our face as much as it really kind of should.
How can you talk about? Because I do see what you're saying with like brainwashing, but like haven't we been brainwashed this whole time? Why the hell right now has the FBI come out with 2,400 new documents about the JFK assassination? Found new documents? Those documents have been there for how long? So
They
what
didn't
the
just-
hell are
yeah.
you expecting the typical American to believe?
It just I think it makes a lot more space for conspiracy theories to take hold, and I don't think, man, like you want to. The line between talking about a conspiracy theory and talking about, things that the government has legitimately withheld from the American and the people of the world,
Right.
like it's tough, right? Like when you're like, oh yeah, JFK, he got shot by Lee Harvey Oswald or whatever. You want to
Now it's
mop all
confirmed.
that up. You want to. Some people still, I guarantee you, like I don't know what percentage of Americans, but a large number probably are just like, yep, that's what happened, 100%. But like, is it though?
Isn't it shitty? This is what I hate about time and truth, right?
Yeah.
Because here we are. We were watching the JFK shit was all over on our YouTube last night because of all the shit being coming out.
Oh no way. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Was not tapped in.
Yeah, and so last night we're watching this documentary of JFK.
Fuck.
And now that everyone's so fucking old, that guy was like what, 92 or some shit, and it's just like now it's like okay. Now it feels like not even relevant. Even like
Well,
the
yeah,
guy,
it doesn't matter anymore. And that was the past.
Yeah.
We don't do that anymore.
And
And everybody
now-
somehow believes it.
even still, right? Now that we're getting some of these documents and
Yeah.
truth, it's still almost bare minimum
Yeah.
truth. Because now it's just like, okay, it was confirmed 2 shooters.
Yeah.
Okay, but why? And who? Like it's not
It's
going into those
breadcrumbs, bro.
steps.
It's kind of breadcrumbs. Like
And it's just
maybe
that's
it's
the shit.
maybe it's that there's a feeling from the powers that be, whatever it may be, whoever's holding on to these, because it's more than one person, right? Like you can't think of it as like, there's like fucking 4 people running the whole shit.
Even Trump
No.
said that himself. He
There's-
said it's not just one person that you point the finger at.
No.
It's a whole cabal.
It's
a group.
system, and like where you follow the money and you're able to find what sinister shit is going on, in my opinion, a lot of the time. And that's pretty vague, but
Yeah, no.
like
Well, what makes me sad, bro, is meeting people like you. I've met some other people being in this blessed life that I have and meeting people who come to fight in gyms from all around the world. The thing that is the shittiest is we are literally all the fucking same.
Yeah.
we're
As
so much
human
more alike
beings.
than different. Yeah.
And you see it. When you see it from the different walks of life from everyone around the globe, and then you realize it's like, holy fuck.
Yeah, bro.
And then that's why it's like here in
That's what it's
America, bro. It freaks me out because we're fed so many things that are distracting us. Truth, lies.
divisive. It's just
Yeah.
divisive, and it's hard to watch that. And it's in the name of profit.
My boy Omar's
You know?
ready to see me fucking die before he becomes a 51st state, and I'm like,
Yeah,
dude.
shit.
I'm like, dude. I'm like, I don't want that.
I'll
I'm
probably
like,
just move to the
no.
Middle East if they
Yeah,
actually
like,
win. So
Yeah, I don't want no one to die.
Out.
Same.
Or
And-
China.
And it does make like, since I was a kid, I've always been like, this shit just don't make sense. And
yeah.
the fact that we're here, I'm able to do this podcast, but we have third world people and then people who can't even get water.
See, the fact
and
that it's
like,
the way I break it down, bro, it's like we have refrigerators the size of multiple football fields that float across the ocean and fly around the world to deliver whatever foods that we kind of want. You know what I mean? And motherfuckers have to be hungry still,
I don't get it.
and motherfuckers have to sleep outside.
Well,
I'm a veteran, you know what I mean? And like I go to these buildings. Don't thank me for my service, bro. They're
that's real.
yeah,
he's
the
Canadian.
VA,
He's
like
Canadian.
I go
That's
in,
real.
I look at the
I respect
VA.
any service, man.
I
No,
look
I
at the
know, it's
VA, right? And you see all those lights on in that building, and I bet you it's cooled, and I bet you it's, like water's running in there, you know what I mean? And there's every 22 seconds of it puts a fucking gun in his mouth.
Shit, dude.
So
22 seconds.
I think that was that came out a number of years ago. There was some Instagram thing. I was talking to Sono about that actually, because he was in the Air Force, and he was like, he confirmed that, and I'm pretty sure it was like 22 for 20 people were doing 22 push-ups and then like sending it to a friend or whatever the fuck. And yeah, it was to raise awareness that vets are capping themselves at a astronomical rate compared to fucking everyone, bro. And
well, bro,
it's because you can't relate when you come back after doing some violence that, you know, I don't know, going off on a tangent, but.
No. Well, the VA. I'll relate with you, bro.
But yeah, the VA, they got all those lights on. They got all these facilities just physically thinking like about the power output. I know it's not designed to house people, but think about it if they just gave veterans a place to live for free and like maybe access to more services than they're currently available for them. I don't know too much about the American system, but
I do. My dad was a vet. He was
okay.
Yeah, Vietnam.
Where'd he go? Oh, Vietnam. Was he Army?
Navy. He was Navy.
So Marine?
And no, not a Marine. He was on the ship loading the bombs.
So he was fucking.
Yeah, he was out in the middle of the fucking whatever sea.
Yeah.
My grandpa was on the USS Franklin that got kamikaze back in the day.
Fuck me.
Yeah, but me growing up witnessing what my dad, the hurdles he had to go through to get covered by the VA, and then he had all his buddies, right? Some of his buddies weren't getting the coverage, and then my dad actually got pretty good. He got it good with the VA.
That's good.
And then so
we're happy for that.
Oh yeah, so anytime you talk to him about VA, he would say nothing but good things.
See, and that's he's allowed to have that experience.
Yeah, but then he had buddies who fucking had a hard time.
There are so many people that struggle with addictions harder than others when they come back or when they're, you know, out of service, even if they've never deployed, bro. I've watched guys completely degrade as people and then they disappear and end up dead.
Bro, that's the system just not being there for the true people who need it. And also the sad thing about our country is we use our mental, just like any kind of hospital or mental illness, they use it for the money of gains and shit. So it just really ain't there. Just really ain't there for the right. It's not there.
And I don't know. To me, the answer is just community, like binding together and learning and talking to each other. Because, as you said, we are so much more alike than we are different. There are so many things we agree on versus don't agree on. Like, and the only thing in the way of that a lot of the time is, oh, I heard that shit on CNN. I heard that shit on Fox. I heard that shit on. Bro, what? Like so when a news outlet tells you this person, this entire group of people bad, you're just like, Roger that.
Some people read something, they cling onto it so heavily.
Yeah.
And I fall victim of that sometimes too.
Oh yeah, I have some crazy stories, man, with all the political stuff, dude.
Go on.
Because I do want to ask you guys,
we love
how do
you guys.
feel
Thank you for watching.
about Elon Musk and Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency?
Horrible. It's horrible.
Ooh, interesting.
This guy fucking sucks. This guy's getting paid $8 million a day to take money away from people that need it.
Where's he taking it from the people that need it?
What did he just pulled a bunch of money away from fuck me.
I have it in my phone actually. My aunt is she has a form of osteoporosis where her bones have been brittle since like birth.
I'm sorry.
So she's a trooper, man. I love my aunt. Shout out my auntie. And like what the fuck am I? Oh yeah, she's really on the pulse of like everything happening with the healthcare system here because my uncle lives down in Georgia and he is sometimes in and out of the healthcare system when he gets, you know, whatever he needs to get done. And it's just, pulling funding, firing people from positions. I'm not sure how direct Elon Musk had a hand in some of that, but my aunt's just fucking throwing articles up and they're like, freaking out because she's, you know, cares about her brother. Right. And like, I'm like, hey, say it like, I have personal ties to the healthcare system a lot, like as well. Like my father has been very sick for a long time, and it's just tough to see it, or to advocate for money being taken away from that, or money being taken away from research. If you don't you might not always understand why the research is being done or why a certain type of research is useful. But it can be. For example, seals in Antarctica, you extract their milk. They have such a high fat and protein content. They're like, how are they able to survive up here? They're trying to synthesize that for weight loss purposes.
The guys on Patrick Bet David, they were fucking making some good jokes about that shit. They were like, we don't need to fund $20 million so some guy can go in a pond and tell me what kind of fish there is. Like,
it seems useless. Shit. It seems like, what the fuck? I don't get why that needs to be done. Immediately, you're reactive, and that's fine. Yeah. That's like, but like then think about it. Ask yourself go 2 questions deeper than that. Just be like,
Yeah.
why? And then maybe Google it, maybe find out, and then go why again.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I'm always someone that's kind of in the middle, right? I agree 100% what you're saying. Research is always needed, and I always agree to having backing of research. But here in America, we fuck things up, and we're greedy, and we want to do whatever we want to do. So sometimes I think there is some parts of that system where it's like, we don't really need that. I think you guys are doing a little stretching there with this. Let's pull that back.
Well,
and do it more.
The problem is,
hold on, he's thinking. I want to see this. And put the research a little more on this part instead of focusing here. What do you think about that? Sorry.
Because
why not both? You can afford both.
Go. I need more elaboration.
Because I'm telling you right now, bro, it's not that simple though. When you're talking about, they got rid of cancer research, and then they have that headline out there. Why do you have a 1,500-page bill that's packaging all these other things that you're funding?
Yeah.
On top of that, there should just be one bill on single issue bills.
Yeah.
Why is that not a common
that's the
practice?
Most disgusting thing, because then
That's disgusting.
They'll put something good, and then there'll be a bunch of evil shit hidden
Exactly.
below it.
Everyone agrees that cancer research should be funded.
This isn't a hot take.
Oh yeah, no, I love it. I love you guys. 'Cause you guys are fire because it's such cool getting an outside perspective of our shit.
It is shit. There is a lot of fixing up that needs to be done in this country, 100%.
Well, I really just want that for you guys, and I think that
Because you ready for this one too, real quick?
Go.
What I think is so gangster is because Elon and Trump are putting them in the position to where it's like, okay, this is I'm gonna get killed for these decisions and making, because they're taking money from people who have been getting money. We're talking about people who have been 150 years old and they're still collecting Social Security.
Yeah.
And then we're talking about, ready for these kinds of things? We're consistently, for the past few years, we've been consistently 40th place with our schooling system. Guess how much we spend in that schooling system to be 40th place? Over 80 million. So is
that comparably like more than most other countries?
That's a good question, and I wish I would have done some goddamn more research.
You're good, bro. You're good, bro.
Yeah, that's on me.
Yeah,
but
40th, guys.
No, but the fact that we're having Elon be the most fucking auditor, analytical man right now, going to every single little part of money being spent everywhere, it's nuts. And it's very gangster for him. I just kind of respect it, because it's like, bro, there's so many areas in this country where we're spending so much money. It's insane. And it's called because of greed. And these people who have been getting this money, who are not publicly known, we could
What scares me to death, bro, because of what you said earlier, you're like, or what Omar said about Doge being stupid as hell, because there's so many news things like CNN and other things that are saying, and then you got 14 states that are having a lawsuit against Elon Musk and Doge to not interfere. Why are people so hesitant on being audited? The IRS is more than happy to audit anyone, but when you audit the IRS, they freak out.
It's a problem. Yeah,
it's a problem. All 14 states that are involved in this lawsuit right now against Elon and Doge all went Harris on the electoral map. New York, California, Washington, New Mexico, and then there's a division for sure, dude. And there's some actors that are hiding shit.
So no, I will give credit where it's due. There are a lot of bloated government agencies, flinging money into the abyss.
Yep,
all of them.
Facts. All. I'm almost right. I'm like Team U. Let it out. Let it out.
No, I don't want to get to it. I don't need to get mad today, so I'm just holding myself back.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
because we have some fun. We're gonna have some fun talks with you too.
No, like it's just interesting to see that type of person doing what he's doing. I don't know. He's opened the door to, I think, a lot of violence, particularly against groups of people that are historically targeted during rising fascist regimes, right?
Right.
So it's the playbook. It's the immigrants there. That's fucking our country up 100%, bro. It's the playbook. We've seen this before. Go look at the majority of countries where genocides start, or where genocides are like just advocated for. Oh yeah, it's the fucking gays, it's the immigrants, it's the blacks,
it's the
whoever.
And bro, we're gross here. Like literally we were watching that video where it was like Vietnam was kind of used to kill even more blacks type shit. And
Well, they would throw people to the wind, right?
crazy.
You ever heard of McNamara's morons?
No.
Mr. Robbie McNamara. Is he still alive? I have no idea, but either way, fuck that motherfucker.
where's he from?
I don't know. Don't care either. Hope he's in hell.
Oh,
Because
damn.
there was I don't know the exact like IQ number or whatever, but they would test people, like do your baseline, like what is it called? Like entry. What do they call it in the Canadian Force? I can't even remember. But it's like, yeah, aptitude testing and shit. Like to make sure, can you pull the trigger on a gun? Okay. But like these motherfuckers were real bad on the aptitude testing. And we're not really capable for combat roles or really many roles inside the military at all. Cannon fodder. Like literally just fed to guns. And like for what? For the purpose of what though? Like what? Who does that? They were like, we had expendable guys, so let's fucking use them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go like do a little more research in that. I wish I would have read up personally a little more to explain that to you, because it's just a horrendous like
Crazy thing.
like fumbling of or misuse of power, right? And that's what I'm afraid of happening with Elon Musk, a man who has
Most
not
definitely.
been elected in any way, shape, or form into government, who is not he's a citizen of the United States, I'm assuming now.
And
Oh yeah.
Is he? Is he? I'm asking. a
I
question.
believe
Is he a
so,
citizen? Yeah.
But he also owns one of the biggest social media platforms that everyone gets brainwashed on. You know
I
what
still
I'm
use
saying?
it. Yeah. No. And it's so transparent to me, at least, to see content and be like, oh, that's trying to make me think this or trying to make me hate this. And I'm like,
He
I'm
scares
over
me.
that. I'm over that.
He scares me because he's now a guy in the political lead, right? Where he's saying things, and then the way
And he's fucking doing things too, isn't he?
Right, and then the way so Obama, right? I'm guilty. I loved Obama when he was in office because I was a kid and I didn't know shit too, right? I was still ignorant, but the way that he talked to us,
He's charismatic.
Yeah.
You can say that about
Yeah.
a guy. Like,
And-
but a lot of things can be true about a person.
Right?
Trump is also charismatic.
what freaks me, Trump's super charismatic, and
He's
it's
funny
almost
too,
like
and it pisses me off
right?
sometimes. Like
He's-
it pisses.
dude,
Yeah.
well, oh god. Well, here's with Elon, it scares me because he's so robotic. He's saying these things and he's backing it up with what he is saying with the analytics and how it will benefit things. So when you have that, it's kind of new where we have that kind of robot alien guy in this spot with the technology he has. And just the way that he conveys things kind of freaks me out because I'm believing it. Probably most of it is true, but then it's like, okay, if it's true, but what's the true agenda to this whole entire plan that's being hidden?
Yeah.
Or
So-
maybe, you know what I mean?
And we're controlled by the algorithms too. It's good to have challenging viewpoints because I want to be challenged, because sometimes I feel like I fall in that same trap of the algorithm and like you said,
Echo chamber.
this is what's trying to get me.
Echo chamber. Yeah. It's you do have to get out of your own echo chamber. I feel like I'm comfortable interacting with people with differing perspectives than me because I do really truly believe that everybody is more alike than not, and we
100%.
want people to have good lives. People want people to have good lives, bro. And if you're gonna disagree with me on that,
There is,
go to
however,
hell,
there.
bro.
Well, the one I don't disagree with it at all. I'm not saying
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not going to sit here and
Well,
say I
like-
disagree with it, but I do.
yeah.
There is evil out there.
I believe
is
that. Do I
evil.
want like a rape and murder not to
Yeah.
go uninvestigated? Like absolutely not
Right.
ever. You know what I mean? But do I think police should be able to impose their will on whoever they want whenever they want for just about any reason?
Oh yeah, no.
Not necessarily. Do I think there are better ways to approach somebody in a mental health crisis or whatever than like drawing a fucking taser on them and shit? And that's not even on the cop. Like they're reacting how they're supposed to react. They've been sharpened to like react that way, right?
Yeah.
But there are like you could also train somebody to react in a more compassionate and like calm way, and have them trained in jujitsu too. Why not?
Right.
And have you can have cut-proof clothing if you're afraid of needles and things and getting close to these people. We can teach disarming. Like there are a number of ways to go about dealing with people in crazy states than just like gunning them down or just
Right.
locking them up forever. And it's just another cost on the taxpayer, or then it's just another way to exploit funds from people locked up in jail. Like I hate that shit. I think
It's all being audited.
We can do
I
better.
got an auditor.
We can do better.
Number one auditor. But yeah, dude, have you ever done a pod before?
Never.
This is your first time doing a pod?
Yes, sir.
Brother, you're very natural on the mic and you're passionate about what you talk about, and I definitely recommend for you to maybe do something with it.
Do what?
Unless if you're someone who's like, I don't give a fuck about it.
I
then
desire
respect
nothing.
that.
I
respect
desire
that.
no fortune or fame. Really,
You
that
desire
doesn't-
knowledge. You're
I
very
do desire.
there you
Well,
go.
yeah, I
gotcha.
desire. I am deeply interested in understanding people and
Yep.
what kind of makes them tick and why they exist and
Yep.
or why they feel like they
Well,
exist.
you're
Because my reason for existing has changed a few times in my life already, right? And it's an interesting place to find yourself after being like, oh fuck, I don't want to die on a battlefield before 30 now. What do I do with my life? Like
Everyone hits that
it's
one point
quite
in their life.
it's quite weird. Yeah.
Where it is, it's up to the individual.
Totally, bro.
Yeah.
And we're all on our own fucking road, and I love checking in where people are at on their roads, and that's
Right.
dope as hell. And we fucking can connect like that and learn things from each other and
Grow.
live life and
Grow.
love and live, laugh, and pray, eat, pray, love, and all that shit.
Facts. Well, damn. All right.
Corny as fuck.
No, we'll end it on we're gonna end the pod, but enough with the politics because we love you guys. And I know that there's my perception
try
of
to keep it
politics. People don't really like when Schmitty talks about politics, but I love it when I have people who know. Like you were very insightful, so it was nice. That was a nice change. But we don't have much time. And last night, you boys,
Should have worn my shirt. I should have worn my fucking shirt. Fuck. I
Omar,
fucked up.
sadly, America hit you hard with the sickness
I was sick as a dog.
on your birthday.
Oh yeah,
How old did you turn?
42.
Damn, my man's been around for a minute.
Yeah, I drink a lot of like children's blood and shit. It keeps me nice and young.
Keeps you okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Well, I'm sorry that you missed out on the fights last
It's
night.
okay. I was drinking blood, so I was happy.
It's so scary right now.
I know, I love it.
I'm nervous.
Shout out David Clay, put on a hell of a performance last night.
30-27, easy work.
Bro, man was wearing blood like a fucking trench coat.
Round one.
Yeah,
Cut him up round one.
Yeah, he was the one actually drinking blood last night, and he
Damn.
didn't have a drop of his own blood. We're so proud of you, David. You killed it, my man. Talk about pressure. Our boy has been working hard his whole life, and he's came from the fucking gutter. And all of a sudden now you got a whole squad backing you up. You got Tim Welch backing you up. You got your younger brother helping you. A lot of pressure with that, with your friendships and mindsets, but it's all about how the individual hands it. Then on top of that, our boy's finally getting it. He's got a sponsorship by Phillips Law. So now you gotta fucking go perform for them, right? And now the place is packed. So
Chant your name.
Chant your
or
name.
Chant their name.
he went out there, handled the fucking pressure like a champ, got the W. David fucking Clay, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, he did handle the pressure like a champion, man.
looked cool.
And the
He looked
fact
cool in there.
his entries were so clean on those takedowns, and that was adversity because that guy was tall,
Very long
So
frame.
like
So big.
lifting him up was difficult, and he still powered through, still had the good stand up, and he looked clean.
Shout out to that guy too, because I know how good David Clay is at fucking taking people down, and that guy did really good at stopping some of David's fucking takedowns.
He knows how to use his frame to keep
Yeah.
a guy like away from where he needs to be kept away from. to
I
take him
think
down.
honestly, because every fighter's like, oh, he was standing there in the cage. He's wanting to have a better performance for everybody. I think that was one of the best experiences our boy could have got to really get that feeling. You know what I mean? That was all nothing but great experience for him.
Yeah.
Don't you fucking tell me it's almost time because we got so much more to okay. Okay. We got to go play poker at Sean here in a little bit, guys. And they were getting a car today, so we're in for it.
We're going thrifting.
Yeah. Shout out JoJo. We got to talk about JoJo. JoJo, I know you're watching. We
Warrior.
fucking love you, bro. First off, you're going out fighting one of the biggest fucking top contenders in the fucking country. This guy has one of the best corners, and you were stopping his takedowns. That dude was trying to take our boy down so many times.
He looks so good, bro.
Good sprawls.
He was doing so well.
Yeah,
Like,
JoJo, you were doing so good, brother. And I know you got caught, man, but that's it. Game on to the next, baby. You're a fucking warrior. You went out there, and JoJo had a deal. I'm not giving excuses, but as someone who's there, and I've been with now that I'm working at the gym, and I'm with these guys every day, and I'm seeing how each one of them handle their emotions fight week, what they go through fight week. He was so ready, and then bam, he gets hit with being super sick, flu, chills, having a hard time, literally 2 days before the fight. And it's like, why does this happen? Like, this is one of those things where it's just like a little test or something. And then even at the end of the day, Tim was like, dude, it's just a fight. If you're not healthy enough, don't take it. But JoJo don't want that. He wants to go out there and fucking prove it. And this is just an amateur fight. You're going to live, learn, come back. And you got to remember, JoJo, you do something on this planet that most men can never say they ever will.
bro.
And you're a gangster for that.
Oh yeah.
So, Head up, soldier, and I'll see you soon.
Yeah, he'll be right back.
Yep. And you're going to get it back, blood. And back in blood. So, we love you. Yeah. So that was last night. All right, Mr. Omar Medallion.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
Yep. I got some questions for you, my man.
Yep.
How did you when was it in your life have you always wanted to be a cameraman, right? Or did that
Cameraman.
or a video I'm so sorry.
In film.
Film guy.
Film
sure.
guy?
Film
Okay.
guy. Writer, director, whatever.
All of it.
Actor.
Was that your whole life?
No, actually, it was. When was it? It was
Just pre-pandemic.
6 years ago, probably, is when I was like, you know what? I think this is what I want to do.
Really? So
Yeah.
what were you doing beforehand?
I was studying law.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's actually funny. A lot of people with law degrees end up in film. I don't know what the fuck that is, but I know a lot of people with law degrees.
I
didn't have the balls, or I didn't have the. I don't know. Maybe. Sorry.
No, you're okay.
I didn't have the will to get the degree before saying fuck it. So.
Bro, it's weird. I originally was going to school I wanted to be a detective.
Oh.
But then I was like young and being like, this shit's hard. Fuck.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck this.
For me, for me, it was like I want to do law because it was something I could do. Easy money comparatively to a lot of other careers, you know.
Okay.
Dude, there's a lot with law.
I mean, when you're smart.
No, but it depends what you're doing. Like corporate law, easy fucking money, and also it's a lot cheaper in Canada than it is down here to get a degree. Way cheaper.
Facts.
Like
Sounds like a damn good
like
country.
$8,000 for an entire degree.
Oh, wow.
Like,
So you have to spend the rest of your life paying that debt back?
No.
Incredible.
But then, like, partway through there, I'm like, you know, I think I'm actually going to kill myself at 30 if I end up doing this. So, and I realized I was coping a lot by watching a lot of films, and I just kind of, like, really connected with that kind of storytelling in my background. Like,
What kind of films?
Oh, man, I'd watch everything. Like, foreign films I really love, but, like, thrillers, pretty much anything that's not fantasy. Like, I'm not a big fantasy guy.
Lord of the Rings guy. You don't like that Harry Potter shit. I love it all.
Dude,
Yeah.
fantasy's bad right
I don't
now,
blame
so
you.
you're not missing out.
I wish I enjoyed fantasy because I know there's a lot of really good shit out there. I just check out.
So when
real
I
quick.
say A Place Beyond the Pines, have you ever seen that?
No, I haven't seen that one.
One of the greatest films ever made.
Gosling?
Yeah, Ryan
Yeah.
Gosling. Oh, yeah.
Haven't gotten around to that one.
That's one of my favorite
There's
movies.
too many fucking movies. There's too many, and I guess I'm not helping by making more.
No,
but
it's okay.
There's too many fucking movies.
We're gonna live.
It's crazy.
We're living in a time right now where everybody's gonna be able to make their movies with AI and everything, and everyone's gonna be making so much shit. It's insane.
Yeah.
we're all
Well, we'll see about that.
Yeah.
We'll see how much that sticks. You know.
With
It's-
AI?
Yeah. We'll see how much.
So you think
sticks.
it's a fad? You think
I don't know if it's a fad, but I think there is a humanity to filmmaking that will be lost.
Ooh.
it's already lost, brother.
and people, it is lost in
Yeah.
a lot of ways, but
yeah.
there are still incredible movies coming out. As long
Yes.
as you're not,
And
like, if
the-
you're not just looking at the big blockbusters, like there's still some good shit in there too.
Yep.
But
The
it's
truth is,
the
it's-
indie world's got some crazy good shit.
Those are the people that still have that love and desire for film, but
Yeah.
they're just so fucking weeded down.
Even like you probably wouldn't expect, but South India has some of the best movies coming out right now.
Really?
I like that.
Yeah.
Where are you
And
watching those on?
It's I got a buddy who's Tamil, so he's from the south of India.
Uh-huh.
It's not Bollywood. It's I don't know, 2,000 kilometers south of Bollywood stuff. So yeah, they got some crazy ass shit. There's one called, I don't remember most of the names of them because it's not in English, but there's one called Jallikattu. That's one of the most insane fucking things I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, I'm gonna have to. You're gonna give me the list
Yeah,
of
we're
these
gonna need a
movies,
list.
man,
Yeah,
so
we're
I
gonna
can
have to
watch
find these
these
out.
after.
Do
Yeah.
you have a- you
Because
have a
I'm
le-
interested. I like that.
Oh, nice. Do you have a Letterboxd?
What's that?
It's a website where you log movies that you've watched and
No,
you can
I-
rate them.
I
It's
don't
like a
have a
social media
Letterboxd.
website just for movies.
Damn.
Yeah, it's just a little cataloging tool.
Yeah,
I like it.
it's fucking awesome.
So what was the decision to where that guided you into this lane of filmmaking, writing, all that good stuff?
I just wanted to. I don't know. I had something to say.
Yeah.
I at the time I didn't. I felt like I did,
Mhm.
and then I realized later what I thought I was trying to say is it's a piece, not the entirety of what I'm trying to do.
I love that. That's some Quentin Tarantino shit right there.
Is it?
He really is, dude. He's always had a vision. He has a story to tell with something, and he always felt like he had something to say when it comes. So, like, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
Yeah.
he felt like he had a story to tell of how that all kind of went down and the way he thought how it was. And he makes things so poetic with every kind of structure there is to filmmaking. He's one of my favorite.
That is my favorite Tarantino film.
I really
watched
like
that shit like
Tarantino.
4 times.
He's
in
literally
theaters
one of
when
my
it came
favorite
out.
directors of all time.
Yeah, I think it's hard. You'd be hard pressed to find like a lot of people that are Tarantino haters, in my opinion. You can
Yeah.
find them, but
I think they mostly
movies
just
are
hate
just-
Tarantino and how
Yeah.
derivative his stuff is, but it's not really derivative because the stuff he's pulling from is so long ago.
Yeah.
That and
it's
the
I don't know.
filmmakers that don't like him, what I see with that is a lot of the filmmakers that don't like him are ones that are pulling from similar things as him and get asked questions like, oh, how much were you inspired by Tarantino? And they were like, none at all. I'm just pulling from similar references,
Right.
coincidentally, because that's what interests me too. That's the biggest thing that I see kind of like cuts deep in people that are making
Right.
films that feels kind of similar to his own.
Like Paul Thomas Anderson.
I don't know if he's pulling from Tarantino ever.
Well,
or-
no, like no. I meant like
similar.
I meant in a way where like he has his own. Like they all have their own. Like,
yeah, it's like the auteur kind of.
yeah. When you watch their films, you know it's their.
Oh,
film.
100%. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
David
Yeah.
Lynch.
With Lynch, yeah,
Yeah.
Rest in peace, David Lynch. Big
Yeah.
ups.
100%. 100%. Damn. Okay, so you're doing all this. How does it lead to shooting porn?
Oh, actually, this is a funny story. So
Yeah.
First of all, he's a fan of the product.
I do like the
Aren't we all?
product. Ain't nothing wrong with porn. There's the ethics of it that are a little shady
Sometimes.
at times.
Try to support ethical porn when you
Clean porn. We like
Yeah.
clean porn.
Yeah. So stay
can.
off the
Make
dark
sure
web.
them ladies and them gentlemen get their cut, and it's
Yeah.
fair, and it's clean, and it's safe, and nobody's getting fucking herpes or any of that shit out here.
Yep.
Porn.
Yeah.
Porn.
Try not
porn's
to get
alright.
herpes.
And
And
try
that
not to
everyone's treated right.
try not to goon out to it too long.
Yes.
And also that.
So how did that start? I need that funny story.
Yeah. So one of my roommates at the time
Uh-huh.
was he's also a filmmaker, and he knows a guy who knew a DOP, which is a cinematographer,
Mm-hmm.
who needed somebody to, shoot a porn with him. He just needed a
Just
couple
one
ex-
day he came
just
in?
needed a couple extra hands, 10. Yeah, okay, so he needed a couple extra hands, and my roommate's buddy was like, nah, I can't do this. I got a girlfriend. I don't think she'd be cool with that.
Uh-huh.
So he connected us with this guy, and we went and we shot the porn, but we found out that my roommate's friend met this guy on a film set for a Christian movie. And I find that really fucked up and fascinating, but it's like
Doesn't surprise
a
me.
lot of
That dichotomy.
DOPs, they're just working a job, like they,
Yeah.
you're not working on everything that you love all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy's kind of goal is to make it in film. He's shooting on like a really nice camera, an RE. He says like nobody else shoots on an RE, and really, why would you for a porn?
Mm-hmm.
But it does kind of add a whole extra level of quality and polish to it if you know how to use the footage properly.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got everything else backing it up. So yeah, cool guy.
Do you do the writing for it?
No, we'll toss around ideas.
You've
and
wrote
stuff.
a
Because
porn.
he's a writer too. I was like, do you write the porn? Do you
Was it John Dick?
Yeah, I'm working on one right now. It's called John Dick. It's
Like
a
John
John Wick
Wick.
thing, yeah. Because we know a guy. One of the porn stars we worked with, he looks so much like Keanu Reeves. And we were like,
Uh-huh.
we have to write this.
Oh my
And
god.
it's actually super elaborate and super
Uh-huh.
like because we're filmmakers first. We're not porn directors first. Like we're like we gotta up the level that a porn can be.
because
do you
of
copyright it?
Well, bro, I feel like you got to right now because of OnlyFans
Pending,
and all that kind
pending.
of shit.
So don't
Make it
try to
fun,
steal
bro.
this.
Yeah.
I don't know. Make it fun.
So
and
we-
like, yeah, fuck it.
Oh, it's gonna
Brendan-
be fun, but it's gonna be serious at the same time.
Brendan loves old school action
Oh,
films,
yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
So is there stuff like that you're gonna have?
Oh no,
going on?
we got this like we got fuck scenes, but then we also have fuck fighting scenes.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's actually really elaborate
So-
in terms of
Are people fucking and then all of a sudden they're like, wait a minute, what was that? And then they see and then it's someone coming in to like kill them or
no.
something. Now
Imagine
they gotta-
imagine if you're grappling with somebody, but
Uh-huh.
it's like you're grappling with a woman, and you
Uh-huh.
keep trying to get into a position where you have more power, because the goal is to make the other person come and not for you to come.
Oh, this is some Tim Welch
So
shit.
that's
if I've ever
what's
heard.
happening. That's how
Oh.
it's going down.
Tim,
Yeah.
you listening? So okay.
You want to get sexy? Let's get
But yeah,
sexy.
that's basically the
Let's get
kind of the
sexy.
spin we have on it, so we can justify the fuck fighting, make it really a part of the world.
Well,
Make
you
it feel
in the
legitimate.
second 300 movie,
Mm-hmm.
do you remember when like whatever it is, Themistocles goes in to visit the enemy fucking commander who's like a rocket?
Yeah.
And then they like have like a heated fucking
Battle.
Yeah.
heated battle and then fuck, or like fuck and then battle. I forget the
Same.
exact order of things,
Uh-huh.
but it's tight.
Now, okay. I would get really okay. So what if we really made a good movie with porn?
That's the goal.
That's
Is
the idea.
that's the goal? So
That's
we're
the
gonna
idea.
actually have some damn good acting. and we're gonna have some damn good writing.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah, Tom.
The
Cruise.
writing's already the writing's already damn good.
Because you know what? These are the three things for me. These are the three things, and within 15 minutes, I'm out. Acting, writing, cinematography. So
Yeah.
I need good shots. I need build up. I need really good. I need to be engaged.
We're gonna be basically 1-to-1 ripping off the look of John Wick films.
So how?
So it's gonna be looking good.
So damn, do you think there's a possibility you can maybe turn some actors into some serious actors? And we're like, whoa, wait a minute, she's a really good actress, and then they're also doing porn,
Maybe. Who knows? That's not up to me. That's up to the people.
right?
That's up to the gatekeepers.
That'd be some
You know?
crazy film. Because
All I can do is get her to the gates.
because it's weird. It's almost like porn is it's not Blockbuster, right? Because now everyone's got OnlyFans.
Yep.
And we can just scroll.
That's
It's
a lot of
so
these people,
selectively
though.
sexual. Like
Yeah.
when in the media we consume, it's so selective and shit. And like if we're gonna beat around the bush and like fucking have half naked women everywhere, but also tell people that like wait till marriage and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like let's at least
Why don't you
inform
do
people
both?
with like real porn, or instead of just a dude like fucking trying to drill a chick into the ground, you're like, here's how to make a chick like actually come. Like talk to them, you know what
Yeah.
I mean, a little
Yeah.
bit, and ask them what feels good.
Yeah, and beg.
Yep.
There, but like, I'm not saying that needs to be in porn, but like, dudes are out here never making a chick come.
That's sad.
It is sad, bro. Like, how is that not whatever, bro? Like,
Can I
we
be
have
honest?
sex for different reasons. It's all good.
Well, who's telling you that too? Where are you getting that information?
Oh,
that
some
he's
of it-
like dudes aren't making their girls. Any dude coming up's like, I don't make my girl come,
Bro,
bro.
if they respond with an I don't know, you've got the answer.
Well,
right
and there's
there.
no. The other fact of the matter is I have been with a lot of partners that just don't masturbate. They don't know how to make themselves come, or
Yeah,
not that
that's
they don't
tough
know
too.
how.
A
They
lot
just
of
don't
women-
do it. And I'm
Right.
like, how am I so I'm fucking guessing
Yeah.
a little bit. You could
And then they're going, oh
I
yeah,
don't
that
know.
feels good.
Yeah.
you're like-
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Duh.
it's just communication.
There,
It just-
there's
yeah.
there's kind of a problem on both sides because women tend to deal with repression more often when it comes to sexuality, and men have no fucking limits. Like there's nothing
We can get hard on the
reining men
beach.
back,
Yeah.
you know, and there's nothing like helping women understand themselves better. And it kind of just leads to fucking guys being nasty as fuck and girls getting the short end of the stick.
I know. So let's change that.
Yeah.
It's like you're trying to change the game, like for combat sports league is trying to change the game for fighters.
Yeah.
What is that? What's combat sports league?
I just said
Maybe
yeah.
was that the right one? Warlike, was that the right one? Did I say the right thing?
Or is that GFL Global
Is
Fight
that
League?
the Global Fight League? My bad. Sorry about that. Combat. My bad. Too many similarities, but yeah, they're trying to make
All these
pay better.
acronyms.
All these
Yeah,
fucking,
they're trying to just
numbers
make
and
pay
shit.
better for fighters and weight cutting better. So it's kind of like what you're doing for porn, man.
Dude, what's the efficacy gonna be like with John Dick though? Because that's like an action movie, and you're talking about not, shouldn't John Dick be slapping the girls around and shit? If he's
No,
like a,
that's not what John Wick did.
No, he's got
If
a
he's
code
gonna
of
be
ethics.
smashing-
he's got a code of ethics.
he
Yeah.
got
Come on, it's like 50 Shades of Grey meets John Wick, right?
It is hard to like you do you're really I think it's going to be an interesting job to sexualize John Wick because he's really not fucking in the movies at all.
That's what makes it work. I feel like. I
But
feel like
yeah,
that's what.
so we have to like put him in a position where it feels natural that he's gonna make a. It's
You
just
know what,
weird
with
because you don't
the-
think of when you think John Wick, you're like that guy's. You're
don't-
not.
you-
The first thought is that guy's not slaying puss. He's fucking stacking
Now,
bodies.
that's the thing. Don't
Like-
put it in the context of his sexuality. Put it in the context of how he approaches
man.
fighting.
Yeah.
All right.
Did
It's-
you know how
he's-
Omar?
he's-
Omar, you know how like John Wick shoots like 20 people in a scene, so is he gonna be like smashing 20 chicks in the
Yep,
scene?
yep,
So you're
yep.
gonna be like rolling
Yep.
up, bam, and then like incorporating jujitsu
That's
into
what it is.
that.
That's what it is.
because
That's
it is
fire.
the
Okay,
method
now
all-
I'm seeing it. Now I'm
what
seeing
makes John Wick exciting is him taking out like a million fucking guys,
Right.
and like how do you make that?
He
How do
got,
you
like,
translate
30
that to
chicks.
sex? You have 30 just
Yeah,
and he's
the-
coming
the-
every
the,
time.
The fuck fighting
He's coming
is not meant
every
to be
time.
hot in particular.
You need
Because there's
to
the fuck scenes, there's the fuck fighting. Fuck fighting's entertainment action.
Oh,
You
the
know
fuck
who your
fighting
girl
is
is?
just
Sometimes
about
they
him.
turn
The
one
fuck
into
fighting's
another.
just about him.
Just
where
about
he's
showing
trying
how
to,
badass
he's just
he is.
blasting
Guys.
nuts
Yeah.
everywhere.
Guys, you need to get a hold of that girl who's trying to fuck 1,000 dudes in a day. You need to get a hold of her
Oh,
now. That's your girl, man.
wait, didn't she do that already? I feel like that's over.
Well,
and done
no,
with.
she was trying. She's trying to break it again. She did it. Got a whole bunch of things. Now she's like, well, I'm gonna up it.
John
I don't
What
know
is-
if that's
what is
gone
her-
down.
John Dick.
What is her definition of fucking?
It's all. I know because if you
Just like pop it in, like just a
Pop-
tip,
pop-
and then get the fuck out of
feel-
here because
feel
I
like
only have
it's
so many
it's
seconds
a
in
line
a
of
day.
people, and then just bop,
and then how are you hard behind another man with another man behind you?
I
Well, you've never
understood
been
that.
hard behind another man with another man behind you.
Never.
Oh,
Not
you gotta
yet.
open. You gotta open up
I haven't
your,
been into those parties
your
yet.
mind.
Right after you drink the baby blood.
Oh, yeah, that's the best part.
I'm too like, oh my god, I'm in this party right now, and I just be like, ah.
I don't know, dude. It freaked me out. That freaked me out, bro. I'm a manipulator. I need one person that I can just control and like gaslight and manipulate.
I would love to be just like, you know.
I'm not gonna say that's a good thing, but
Wolf of Wall Street.
but it feels like a good thing.
Yeah. Damn, guys, we could have kept going so much. Are you gonna come back and visit us again so we can do another one?
Let's do another one.
Yeah.
I'd like to do another one.
Yeah, I would really like that because we could have talked so much about so many things.
Yeah, hopefully I won't be bouncing back from the worst cold I've ever had in my life. Thanks,
Right.
Arizona. Thanks, Phoenix.
Yep.
You know, I probably got what
America.
what's his name got? The guy who was fighting yesterday,
David.
who was sick
Oh,
a couple
yeah,
days
dude.
We got a
before.
little.
Oh, it was David?
No, Jojo.
No, Jojo.
Jojo.
I might have picked it up from him at the gym.
Yeah, a couple of the other people had too.
But
One of the
apparently
lads.
there's been something going around, yeah.
Yep. Not
Yeah.
Schmitty
I
didn't
always
it.
get sicker when I'm outside of home because it's like different
yeah, dude.
strains in different places, you know. My
Well,
body
be
isn't
better
used
for
to
the
whatever this bounced
Be
off
back
of.
and better than ever for the next.
I
I've gotten
appreciate
sick so
you
many
guys.
times being
Yeah.
here, dude. Totally understand. It
Yeah.
happens to the best of us.
It's the dust, bro.
I also blew my nose at the end of a day, and it's just like all the dirt and dust from outside is just like builds up in your nose, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Next time I want enough time because there's so much about the porn industry I do want to talk to you about.
Well, I'll
and
know
then I
more
feel
next
like we
time.
can, and then you, I feel like we could just talk about anything.
You
So
just
it's
fire me
like,
up.
We will.
Just fucking start me up like a
Yeah.
We will.
two-stroke.
We love you, Jobins. See you next time.
Peace.
Deuces.